I said 3,500, so 3,500 divided by 3 is going to be about what? 10, 11 times? No, what am I thinking? Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to figure out. I need 3,500 calories. I need to eat every 3 hours at the least. 2.5, 3 hours. The reason why you have to do that is because whey protein, your body, it moves through your body in 3 hours, and you're out of protein again in 3 hours. So if I need to eat 3 hours, and I eat twice overnight, I get up around 6, probably have my first meal at 8. So twice while at night, first meal at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 5, 8, 7 meals a day. So that's going to be 7 meals a day. So 3,500 divided by 7. 35 divided by 7, that's 5. So that's 500 calories every meal. I got to eat 500 calories every 3 hours. So, I'm sure you can imagine, you could have your favorite meal. I don't know what your favorite meal is. Whatever. Your favorite thing to ever eat. And if you were eating that, if you had to eat it every 3 hours, 7 times a day, I'm actually probably not going to come out of this diet until winter. I'm going into this diet to get ready for this photo shoot, but just to, some promotional marketing. I just want to be really shredded for this photo shoot, but then I'm going to hold this body composition all summer for any roles I get. Plus, I'm going to the beach, going to the water park. I want to look good. Whatever. So, I'm trying to season it up a little bit, just so it'll taste a little bit better. But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter what you're eating. When you're not eating it because it tastes good. At this point, you're not eating it because it tastes good. You're eating it because it's going to produce the result that you're after, which is a ripped, muscular body. Let me see how long it says to cook that. That's another thing. Like I said, I don't know how to cook, but everything has instructions on it. I mean, a 5-pound bag of frozen chicken breast has cooking instructions. So I'm going to put this chicken in here for 45 minutes. Actually, I'm going to do 40 because it was already thawed. So I think I might have one of those thermometers actually. So I probably could just check it with a thermometer. Alright. Same thing with these hamburger patties. I don't have the package that they came in because we already ate like half of them, and I don't remember the macros, but I'm going to assume there's about 35 grams of protein in each one of these patties. And then I didn't get lean meat, so there's quite a bit of fat, I'm sure. I'll just do the same thing here. Spread these out a little bit. Put some barbecue sauce on it. Yep, the burgers are going to taste they're going to have the same exact seasoning on them as the chicken. I could have bought different seasoning, but I didn't. Barbecue sauce. And this barbecue sauce, if you want to know why you don't want to eat sauce, it's full of sodium and full of carbohydrates. There's no protein, no carbs, no fat. I mean, there's no protein, no fat, no fiber, no cholesterol, 400 grams of sodium, 10 grams of sugar, and 13 carbs, 60 calories, and 2 tablespoons. So I probably did just put 2 tablespoons over all that chicken. So I diluted it out a little. But if you don't want to go to the Italian food and eating tomato sauce and everything that's full of carbs, full of sugar, full of acid, and you want to stay away from any kind of sauce, salad dressing, don't want to eat any salad dressing. I mean, you want to keep this stuff to a minimum. And you see me sitting here telling you don't use sauce, and you see me sitting here putting it on my meat. I'm telling you to do as I do, not as I say. I'm keeping this to a very, very thin amount of this sauce on here, so the effects are going to be extremely small on my body. But if you're disciplined enough to just eat this meat without sauce, or if you know how to cook better than me and you are more familiar with seasonings, you can go that route. But this sauce, I just added probably 4 calories to each one of those burgers, so it's not really hurting anything. I think those burgers only have to cook for about 10 minutes, so I'm just going to set those over here. Here's a, does it say? 4-pound bag of tilapia. Great value. I think this is $9. I think that chicken was not 5 pounds of that chicken breast was $10. 5 pounds of this tilapia was $10. I got like 32 of those burger patties for like $10. So that's that pound of vegetables I bought was like $2. This bag of quinoa was about $2. This bag of rice is about $2. So 30. So we're gonna save $40, maybe a little less than $40. I got all my meals for the week. Maybe for 2 weeks. And I'm eating like a bodybuilder. I'm not eating like a regular person. I'm eating like a bodybuilder. I'm eating a ton of food. So it doesn't have to be expensive. This chicken's supposed to be cooked 50 degrees hotter than, this fish is supposed to be cooked 50 degrees hotter than that chicken. But it's only supposed to be cooked for 10 minutes. So I'll go ahead and get these fillets spread out on here and get them ready to go in. These are thawed out already also, so they're probably not going to take very long. Don't use any oil, don't use any butter.
And you've got some time to say goodbye to your kids before they go to school, it's infinitely better than sleeping in until 6:45 and you get out of bed and now you miss your kids going to school.
Don't use salt. Pepper's okay because pepper actually raises your body temperature. What's that called? It's a I can't think of the word right now, but it raises your body temperature, which causes you to burn more fat. So pepper's good for you. You can eat pepper. Hot sauce does the same thing, but you want to use a small amount because it's still sauce. Still got carbs and sodium in it.
I say just sleep a little faster. Because the bottom line is you have 6 hours of sleep, 24 hours are available, so 15 hours now available to your work, your family, your hobbies.
All right.
Also to learn something new or to do something
So,
new, which could easily be that you want to learn a new language, to read a book every week, or you say, I'm going to go and reshape my body.
get this spread out on here.
Take this hour out of your schedule and say, I'm going to train an hour every day. So this is, for most people, a huge challenge, but it is totally doable, I can tell them, because the kind of things that I did when I came to this country. I mean,
All right,
I went to
now,
school, I was
fish is great. Fish is great.
working out 5 hours a day.
Jay Cutler, I don't think he was a vegetarian or anything. I think he just preferred to eat fish because it's so much easier on your digestive system and everything. Fish is really the best place to get your protein. Red meat's full of creatine and growth hormone, so I guess it just depends on your own personal. So each one of those fillets has got 20 grams of protein, 0 carbs, 2 grams of fat. Fat that's in fish is great fat for you. Each one of those fillets is 90 calories, 20 grams of protein. So we've got our burgers are ready, our fish is ready, our chicken's in there cooking right now. I've got this quinoa sitting here waiting for water. What's this say?
I've been struggling. Still at all the same problems. We still don't have a house, still facing
Boil. So the quinoa, I'm supposed to boil the water before I put the quinoa in.
I pretended not to. This is stupid. I literally went 5
Alright, so we need 2 cups of water.
and I'll never forget standing there and for the first time in 3 months, I had beaten my habit of hitting.
How much did I put in there? Yeah, I need 4 cups of water. I put 2 cups of quinoa in there. So we gotta boil this, which won't take long. I wonder if the rice said the same thing. You guys are probably, some of y'all are probably laughing at me like, dude, this dude doesn't even know how to cook rice. I don't. Record.
You have about a 5-second window in which you can move.
Alright, so cool. The rice can,
action before your brain kicks into full gear and sabotages any change in behavior.
so I'm supposed to put 12 cups of water in with this rice. I don't,
Comfortable and uncertain or scary.
I overdid it with the rice for sure.
How to move from those ideas that control everything into acting in the smallest moments.
A lot of rice. But I'll eat it. I'll eat it. I might just mix the rice and the quinoa. Alright, so. Whoa, turned on the wrong burner. Look out, Ella. Look out.
Why try to learn this much?
Actually,
Why try to do it all?
that might be the best place
Why
for
try to
that.
see it?
Let me get a couple lids.
Why do it? Why learn it? Why study it? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Why develop yourself into the goal? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why try to earn as much as you can earn? Share.
I'm just down here trying to find a lid. Lids that fit. My kids don't. Any of you guys that have kids, I'm sure you're know that teenagers don't put things back where they belong, or where they get them from necessarily. So now bring them both to a boil and let them simmer. Probably gonna have to add. Yeah, probably have to add water into the rice once it soaks it up. Sometimes, sometimes you get some cravings and and sometimes I'll just be dying for some chips, and I can't eat them. I can eat chips. If I want my stomach to stay like this, I can eat chips. There's a little bit of fat there. I don't want that little bit of fat there. There's a little bit of fat here. I don't want that fat there. So when I have like a really strong craving for like some chips or something, I'll eat one. I'll eat one chip, or maybe I'll put it in my mouth and suck on it. And eat it real slow and enjoy it. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. I want to eat the whole can. Man, my kids will eat the whole can, but that's it. I can't eat the whole can. If you're gonna break down and eat some junk food, baked chips are the way to go. Popcorn too.
Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. It's your opinion, and I'll say no science shows. I see how many
12 of these is 17 carbs and 2 grams of sugar, so 8 grams of fat. So I had like 1 carb, not even 1 gram of protein, and not even 1 gram of fat just now by eating those 2 chips. And 12 chips has 190 milligrams of sodium, so I probably got 15 milligrams of sodium just by having those 2 chips. But just getting that flavor on my mouth, on my palate, was enough to just overcome the craving. So, that's what I'll do when I start just really, really wanting to eat something that I know is not part of my diet. We're all human. We just keep doing the best we can. Every day we get better. Keep trying your best to maintain your diet, and every day you get better at it. Every day it gets a little easier. Every day it becomes a little more habit.
I tried everything. If you tried everything, you'd be fit. If you tried everything, you'd be profitable. If you tried everything, you'd be there. But people think.
And you've got to learn to communicate with your body. You've got to learn to understand your body.
Getting a job at the Hotel St. George was my passport to escape the world that I was born into.
I think I might put a little something on that fish. God, yeah.
Do I have what it takes? I said to myself, yes. So I started pushing and pushing.
We got some lemon pepper and some garlic over here. like I said in the other video, I don't have a clue what these what these seasonings do or what they taste like, but I know that when people cook fish, they use lemon pepper. I hear people say, talking about lemon pepper a lot on fish, so I use it. And garlic, I guess garlic, basically, people use that for everything, don't they? I do. And I don't measure it or anything. I don't have a clue what it's going to taste like. It's going to taste like something, fish with some lemon pepper and garlic on it. That's what it's going to taste like. Hopefully it's just not overbearing. And even if it's overbearing, I'll still eat it because I'm not eating it for the flavor. I'm eating it for the macros. I'm eating it for the the macronutrient balance that it provides. Like, I noticed, my shake, because milk is a complete food, superfood. Just like milk, peanut butter, and eggs are a complete superfood. They've got a decent balance of fat, carbs, and protein. What's going on with this? So, my shake ended up, I'm trying to do 50% of my calories from protein, 25 from carbs, 25 from fat. That's what I'm doing right now to start. We'll give it a week, see how my body looks, and we'll adjust it from there. But, what the heck was I saying? Oh, my shake was way out of balance. My shake is like... My shake's probably 45% protein, 40% carbs, and 15% fat. So, but that's breakfast. So that's kind of like okay. I mean, like I said, we gotta wait a week, see how my body's doing. It might be okay for that balance, that nutrient balance, that macronutrient balance, because it's gonna be first thing in the morning. Now, normally that would be after fasting, because most people fast while they sleep. I don't. I wake up twice and eat. So I'm not waking up fasted. But I've got to, I'm going to start using, I've got to adjust, I'm going to have to see how much I can adjust the macronutrients for my protein shake, but it's really not going to be too much, because basically what I'm going to do is get whole milk to bring the fat back up. So then it's basically going to be like 33% protein, 33% carbs, 33% fat. And then that'll be a good base for my breakfast pre-workout meal. And then after my workout is when I want to start cutting, or start, not going into a caloric deficit, but just being more tight on my calories and everything. And that's when, after my workout, we'll rely on this meat and rice and quinoa and vegetables, because I know exactly a quarter cup of this quinoa has 28 grams of carbs. And they're fantastic, great carbs. They're the exact kind of carbs you want for your body. Same thing with this brown rice. The exact kind of carbs you want for your body. Those vegetables, perfect carbs. So this is perfect meals. These are perfect meals. And that's what I'll balance out. I'll figure up all the math. Maybe I'll make another video explaining that to you. How I'm gonna, but basically, I mean, I kind of just did explain it to you. I want 50% of my calories every time I eat. I want 50% of my calories from, so like I said, I'm gonna have to have 500 calories every 3 hours. So 250 of those calories will come from protein. So 250 divided by 4, whatever that is gonna be. 28 grams of protein, 30 grams of protein. And then 125 calories will come from carbohydrates, which would be 1/4 cup of quinoa or brown rice. And then I got to get the fat somewhere. Either this meat will have some fat in it, and if I need additional fat, I can eat some a little bit of peanut butter, or just some fish oil, peanuts, any kind of nuts. Alright, this is boiling now. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that burner off and put this burner on simmer. As you can tell, I am a professional chef. Pretty sure you can see that boiling over. I don't even know if some people probably, I guess some people probably season their rice. It said to put butter in it, but I'm not doing that because I don't want butter. But actually, I mean, after I do the math up and figure out these macros, I might need some butter, and I might be able to have some butter. That might be what I need to get the fat up to where I need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these burgers in because there's 20 minutes left on this timer. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm putting a glove on. It's not hot yet. Is this boiling? Yeah, this is boiling now. So I'm going to put this quinoa in. Ooh. I have to go check those instructions again on the quinoa. What did it say? Boil 2 cups of boiled water, combine the water and the quinoa, reduce to simmer, cover and cook until the grain is soft. Around 15 minutes. And the rice said essentially the same thing. Except for the rice needs to simmer for 45 minutes. So now what I'll do is I'll take this stuff and I'll just put it in these cartons. You know, I've got bigger cartons, but if I need a quarter cup, if I'm traveling and I need to set my meals up to take with me, I've got different size cartons. I can put, you know, quarter cup, half cup in there of quinoa brown rice. You already saw what I've got the veggies in. I've got more right there. And this food's already prepared. It's healthy, fresh food. Well, it was frozen, not fresh, but close as you can get to fresh. It'll be ready and waiting on me, and when I'm ready to eat it, I'll just get it out and eat it. I don't have to worry about the, I'm going to put the fish in too, since it was supposed to cook 50 degrees hotter than the chicken. Actually, everything smells really good. And that's it. That's how I do it. Now I've got my vegetables sitting right there. If it's not time for me to eat, but I'm having some, if it's not time for me to eat, but I'm having hunger cravings, I'll just get out those vegetables, throw them in the microwave, and sit down with a spoon. Usually after 4 or 5 spoonfuls, I'm not hungry anymore. And I'll put it back. And 4 or 5 spoonfuls is like 30 calories. And it's, you know, healthy calories. So it's vegetables. It's nutrient dense. It's full of micronutrients too. Tons of vitamins. So if you're getting bread or pasta, make sure it's whole grain. But this is the way you want to go. Whole grain brown rice and whole organic quinoa. So I don't think I'm going to keep this video running for another 15 minutes. Maybe I will, I'm going to go ahead and hit stop, and then when I get the food out and start putting it in the